out the bottle.
It's a bit pink.
Yeah, I agree. We want to put a little more of a blush color into it, so a little more of a skin color to tone down the fluo of the pink.
And again, a little more rock and roll.
Yeah.
A little warmer.
Yeah. What I like also is the tagline, which is scent and sound mixed by Tommy Hilfiger. Mixing, fragrance and music together, and we've mixed them together, You're going to have to tear the duct tape to smell the fragrance. And that's an innovation. At the same time, we will give a little bit of education to a consumer on the fragrance itself, explain how it was created by mixing sound and scent together. So this is where we are. It's always about this rock and roll rose. So it's this overdose of rose. And here it's an overdose of patchouli with a teeny bit of rose that run through just to give it some
extra.
Yeah, some nice sensibility.
It's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah,
it's fantastic.
I love it.
Oh, pink rose. That's incredible.
It's great.
And last,
It's very good.
in terms of signature,
Men's
also
is
it's
fantastic.
Yeah,
Spot on.
it's really saying touch us. Yeah.
Okay, great. So,
Tommy Hilfiger has left the building. The green light is lit. Loud is off and running. In a Swiss plant, the production line begins initial bottling. They'll go onto shelves beside dozens of other new releases. For this Tommy, the war has just begun. Today, many perfumers are being forced to use fewer, cheaper ingredients to maintain profits. That doesn't happen at Guerlain. Shalimar, the jewel in the company crown, is still made to the recipe written 90 years ago by Jacques Guerlain. One of the ingredients is iris oil, notoriously difficult to extract. In this butter form, it costs £13,000 a kilo. Precision is essential because a drop or a drip either way, and this isn't Shalimar. This is an old world perfume, long on ingredients, many of them taken from nature. Every Guerlain fragrance contains a secret chemical mix known as the Guerlinade. It's been the DNA of their fragrances since the start.
Here I have a key which goes to the most ancient one that we've found. Oof, oof, oof. I'm gonna make that this is the Pierre-François Pascal book, this one. He opened his store in 1828, and this book has suffered a bit because you know that our factory has been bombed in 44. Well, but the shit happened. Those books are alive. So this is the original from Jacques. Candide des Fleurs, we did a re-edition. Vol de Nuit, extrait. The books are very emotionally linked to Jean-Paul because it's the handwriting or his grandfather or his great-great-grandfather. His mom's writing on several books. His family is here, so it's like all those ghosts are kept in those pages, and maybe when you open one, some of those ghosts might pop out. Who knows?
He respects the history, but Thierry is about to make his own mark. He's going to tinker with Shalimar.
It is an idea of opening a door to a masterpiece. And that's something I'm keen and interested in. And you'll see if it works or not. But of course, you have to think about what Jean-Paul is going to think about you playing with the family jewels.
There have been a few light summer editions of Shalimar, but the big seller is still the heavyweight original. Vassar wants to make a version for a younger market. It'll be pink. This is a pivotal moment in the company's history.
It's an emotionally dangerous thing, but I change with this book on my heart and keeping in mind that you can't betray the book.
Vassar must change more than the scents. New markets are opening up east and west, and on his watch, the house will have to compete or risk becoming a museum piece.
Time have changed too. The world get wider and it's a big village. It's called globalization. It sounds like a bad word to a lot of people who love Guerlain because Guerlain is Franco-French and very artisanal. I think we have to look around us, so my signature is going to be indeed different than what has been done before.
Across the channel, in the London offices of the Estée Lauder Companies, Inc., they're in a party mood. Loud is going to launch first in the UK. The press have been invited, and they'll expect to see some rock and roll patchouli. Marketing manager Trudy Collister can't find any.
Our florist said absolutely not, they just couldn't get it.
That has to happen. The patchouli has to happen. Veronique cannot show up at an event where we're talking about patchouli and a fragrance and it's not there. I don't care what fragrance houses have to do, but that is a massive, massive issue.
But they came back this morning to say, you know, we just can't get it from anywhere.
I think that this is where we have to be a little bit more resourceful in terms of reaching out to, you know, a multitude of other people to track this down. We've now only got 3 or 4 days, so now I think we're in big trouble. But something has to be there. Leaves. Can you source nurseries?
Yeah, we can look into that.
Okay, great.
Oh, it's fine.
The calm before the storm. Eh?
Yes. We'll get straight onto this patchouli issue.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Go on.
Look forward to seeing
Bye.
you on
Bye.
Wednesday and Thursday.
Looking forward to seeing you too, guys.
Bye.
So much.
Bye.
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 This patchouli business is a bit of a...
Yeah, it's an issue, but we'll resolve it.
I'm sure we'll find
Yeah,
something.
We'll get on the internet.
Yeah. Make a few calls.
But what happens if it is unobtainable?
It won't be.
It won't be. you find different solutions.
You make it work. You make it work.
The publicity team have a secret weapon ready for the journalists.
Action!
It's a commercial come video mission statement featuring indie band The Ting Tings as brand ambassadors. You can almost smell the perfume. The launch takes place in a boutique hotel in London's exciting West End. Trudy and her team are in a rooftop penthouse filled with Pacific Rim finger food and a rare herbal substance.
Believe it or not, this is an authentic patchouli plant, which seems vaguely odorless at this point. So we're gonna make it look pretty because that's what we do. It doesn't look extraordinary, but it will be extraordinary when we present it. But at the end of the day, I think it's important to show people the true raw ingredients. And we had all hands on deck, and we reached out to the right people, and we were able to get it. There was not an option to not find it.
This is the long lead press launch for magazines that need to know about overnight sensations months in advance. Trudy briefs her team about what young people are like.
Music to the youth generation is really, really important. You'll always see that they're plugged into their iPod or to their mobile phone listening to music. Everything about them is music.
I'd like to build the world a home and furnish it with love. Grow apple trees.
Also on the roof, more brand ambassadors. Model and it girl Daisy Lowe is rock and roll aristocracy. Her young old friend Josh Beach is a model and part-time punk musician.
I'd like to see the world for once, all standing hand in hand, and hear them echo.
What role does music play in your life?
I sing, but to myself. And I mean, I've always got music on. I mean, I couldn't go anywhere without my iPod.
Music is everything to us, so, and their fragrance is called Loud.
Veronique has flown in to ensure everyone is on the same conceptual platform.
You tend to have preconception of what, younger people would be like or would like. And in fact, you realize if you let really them tell you what they like with their own words, or in that case with their own nose, they went for the most beautiful ingredients in perfumery. To be honest, we didn't know what the end game would be, but we knew what we wanted the journey to be. The last collaborators, and certainly not the least, were the band that we worked with called the Ting Tings. And that's where I think there's a genuine authenticity in the project. Somebody asks you at the end of the day, you want to sell fragrance, right?
Yeah.
And yes, at the end of the day, of course, that's what we're about. But try to do it in a way that's genuine and different. So brilliant.
Right. Thank you so much.
We'll speak to you soon. Yeah, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
They're loving it.
And then I'm loving it.
Positive press is vital because a mid-market fragrance is at risk from the moment it's born. If the next big thing doesn't fly off the shelves, it'll get pushed out of the spotlight and into the bargain bin.
We can buy some nice frozen pizza. We can buy eyeliner. Oh, ice cream.
Scent critic Chandler Burr has killed a few perfumes in his time and knows where the bodies are buried.
And here's the perfume. Wow, look at this. Every single perfume here, virtually, has started out in a higher level, in a more prestigious point of sale. And frequently they will have a year's run. If they go down for a bit 1 year and down another one, then they roll them out here.
If I'm a designer, am I upset that these are here, or if I'm a brand, or am I pleased to see them here?
You're pleased to see them.